We ask you every week, twice after games and hear about the run defense. But is the improvement of run defense more of an individual thing? Each guy takes it on himself, or is it more of a defensive thing?
Combination of both. Individuals doing a good job playing in their gap, shedding blocks, and making tackles. I don't think we're missing as many tackles as we used to. But it's also a simplified scheme in some ways, switching some things around, putting guys in proper positions to be able to better stop the run. And I think that we've had some more success doing that.
You mentioned after the game that you gave up more yards rushing than you wanted, but it was only on one series. When you went back and looked at the tape, were you happy with the way the run defense played overall?
Yeah. Besides that one series, the rest of the game, I definitely was happy with the run defense, and hopefully we can replicate that, because that's what we need to do to have success on defense. And it shows that that's when we do that, and then we're able to get off the field on third down. That's obviously how we're going to have success.
Mark Berman.
Hey, JJ, how much did Romeo talk about showing the team some clips of like what happened to the Steelers, what have you, when a single play, not letting a single play define a game or a team? How much did Romeo help team bounce back after that difficult loss?
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough loss. There's no two ways about it. But we all know, and we've been in this league for a long time. We know that it's never one play. As tough as one play may be or may look, it's never one play. I mean, you have a chance to put it away earlier or whatever it may be. So we know that that's not how it goes.
Philip Thomas. You're on mute.
Okay. There's just a lot of fascination with Deshaun and his draft class, obviously with Mahomes and Trubisky. And obviously that would be a lot of pressure for any of those three quarterbacks. How do you think he's handled it? And what do you think the fascination fans and media have with this particular trio?
I mean, he's obviously handled it well. He's a great player. He's going to have an unbelievable career. I think the fascination with that class is, I mean, the assumption would be how it all has played out. Obviously, I mean, Patrick Mahomes having won an MVP and a Super Bowl MVP already so early in his career, but not being the first guy drafted, and just how it all has shaken out from that standpoint, and moves that were made. I mean, I think that anytime that there's so many parts to picking guys and then seeing how it plays out, and obviously the quarterback position in the National Football League is the most watched and talked about position by far. So there's plenty of intrigue swirling around that, no question. But I'm happy and fortunate with the guy we got here.
Thank you.
Aaron Wilson.
Hey, JJ, obviously the most important things are the wins and the losses, and you have put that in perspective many times. How do you feel about how you've played and the season you're manufacturing, and how you're feeling at this stage in the season?
Like you said, I mean, it all comes down to wins, losses. So to me, it doesn't matter how I'm playing individually. It matters how we're doing as a team. Individually, I feel as though like I said last week, I've gotten stronger each week as it goes on. And I hope to continue that as we go and finish out strong. But as I've said many times before, individually, nothing matters when you're not winning. So it really is a moot point.
Right. And when you look at the way the defense has played lately, are you encouraged kind of the way, the direction now? You guys have played together for a lot of snaps, and you've had plugged in some new people. How do you feel like that's going, just in terms of the chemistry with the defense right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're playing better as of late than we were earlier in the year, no question. I mean, I think that obviously we've been in a tough situation with guys going down, injuries, whatever it may be, and having to put other guys in those situations and moving guys into positions that they may not be in, et cetera. But that's the National Football League. Teams are dealing with that every single week, especially with COVID and everything. So you got to figure it out and find a way. I think some of the simplification of things and the ability to just focus on the things that we need to do has helped. And I think that we have improved over the season. I still don't think we're as good as we want to be on defense, but I think that we want to be in a position where we can give us a chance to win every game. And that's what we need to do for the last 4 weeks.
John McClain.
Soldier Field has kind of a mystique in the NFL through the decades, even though it was rebuilt. Growing up a Packers fan and seeing them play every year, is it special because you don't get to do it very much to play there after you watch the Packers play there so much?
Yeah, I mean, it's a historic stadium. It's a historic franchise. I grew up playing hockey in the Chicago area, in the northern suburbs, Winnetka, Naperville, Rockford. I played hockey all over Chicago. So I'm very familiar with it. Obviously, like you said, having watched the Packers-Bears rivalry a ton growing up, and just knowing the history and tradition that is there, Mike Ditka and all the guys that have been through there before, Walter Payton. It's an incredible organization, and so it is cool to get a chance to play there. I mean, I grew up stopping at the Lake Forest Oasis and crushing Auntie Anne's and Subway and Panda Express, and then I had Portillo's and Lou Malnati's and some of the staples down there. So I'm not going to lie, I looked up where we're staying in Chicago, and there's a Portillo's like half a mile away, so it's going to be pretty dangerous for me. I think Lou Malnati's is like another half a block. So my wife lives there now, and so I've obviously had a lot of the food in the area. So Robert's Pizza and Dough, and there's a whole bunch of good places to eat there that it's going to be very difficult for me not to order a little delivery service. But I am looking forward to playing in Soldier Field. I wish they would cut the grass a little shorter. That's all I'll say.
Two more. Cody Davis.
Hey JJ, how do you feel Romeo Cannell has changed the outlook of this season for you guys, especially after that 0-4 start?
I think he's done a good job. I've said in the past, I think he's done a good job of keeping guys enthused and keeping guys into it and practicing hard and playing hard. Obviously, we're still not where we want to be. We aren't where we want to be in terms of obviously overall record and things like that. But Romeo's, like I've said before, a guy that you never leave a conversation with Romeo without a smile on your face. He's a guy who you want to play hard for. He's a guy you don't want to disappoint. You don't want to let down. So guys come and they work hard every single day because they respect him and really want to put their best foot forward for him.
Last question for Aaron Wilson.
JJ, when you look at the final stretch of the season, what do you think is ahead of this team? Some of the things that you guys want to try to get done. Obviously, the record is what it is, but what do you guys hope for in the final quarter for yourself and for the rest of the guys?
Just try and play good football. I mean, you got 4 games left. You want to go out there. You want to put good football on the field. You want to win. You want to give the city of Houston something to be proud of when they watch the games on Sundays. You want to put it forward good effort. You want to continue to improve both individually and as a unit. But every time you step on the field, it's an opportunity. So regardless of the situation that you're in, regardless of what can't happen at the end of the year, you want to go out there better every single game. And there are 4 chances to go out there and play National Football League games where you're getting reps against National Football League players, and you can get better from a technique standpoint. You get better from an education standpoint. You can get better and continue to improve and grow as a player, as a unit, and as a team. And you can also have some fun while doing it and give these people in the city of Houston something to smile about. We're not going to finish where we want to finish this season, but we can still go out there and lay it all on the line for these people and try and bring a little bit of joy on Sundays.
Thanks so much, JJ.
Thank you.